Hi, everyone, and welcome to Tips Tuesday. I'm Dan Duffy, Senior Consulting Analyst Defined Contribution at Fiducian Advisors, and today's tip is regarding the need for Fidelity bond or fiduciary liability insurance. In today's ever-changing retirement plan landscape, plan sponsors are inquiring if they need a Fidelity bond or fiduciary liability insurance, or both. Though bonding and insurance may sound similar, in this situation, the differences are significant and therefore need to be understood. The Pension Reform Act of 1974, also known as Employee Retirement Income Security Act, or ERISA, states that the funds of traditional defined benefit and 401k or profit sharing plans must have a fidelity bond to cover at least 10% of the total value of plan assets calculated at the beginning of the plan year, with a maximum bond requirement of $500,000 for each plan, increased to $1 million for plans that hold company stock, according to the Pension Protection Act of 2006. Even if a retirement plan has assets over $5 million, the maximum fidelity bond required is $500,000 for plans without company stock. For smaller plans, the minimum bond requirement is $1,000. Every fiduciary of the plan and every person who handles funds or the property of such a plan, according to ERISA Section 412, is required to be bonded. ERISA fidelity bonds may be purchased with plan assets, cannot have a deductible, but must insure the plan from the first dollar or loss, may be written for a period longer than a year, and can name more than one plan as an insured through an omnibus clause or otherwise, as long as the bond's limit of liability is sufficient to insure each plan as though that plan were bonded separately. A fidelity bond helps make a retirement plan whole from losses resulting from dishonest or fraudulent acts by employees in the handling of plan participants' money or securities. This bonding insurance will not protect the fiduciaries themselves from liability claims and therefore is completely distinct from fiduciary liability insurance. Plan sponsors and fiduciaries serving retirement plans have responsibilities, duties, and obligations imposed upon them by ERISA. Perhaps most importantly, that a plan fiduciary must act in the best interest of the participants and beneficiaries of the plan. To enforce this commitment, ERISA mandates that fiduciaries may be personally liable for breaches of this duty. The personal assets of each fiduciary may be at risk due to plan losses resulting from breaches of fiduciary duty under ERISA. Fiduciary liability insurance helps protect personal assets and provides defense for the legal liability arising from claims for alleged failure to act prudently. Though ERISA does not require fiduciary liability insurance, there are a number of reasons why it is prudent to have a policy in place. To avoid personal liability, to avoid loss of company assets, there is no immunity from fiduciary liability lawsuits. The stock market will not always move up, and unhappy participants may look for someone to blame. Many plan sponsors and investment committee members don't realize that they are fiduciaries, and plaintiffs' bar is always looking for new sources of revenue. ERISA requires all qualified retirement plans be bonded. However, that requirement does not extend to the fiduciaries responsible for the oversight of said plans. Though not required by law, it is certainly in the best interest of every company to carry fiduciary liability insurance due to the fiduciary's ever expanding responsibilities and with them potential liability. That's it for today. Please visit fiducianadvisors.com for more of our research and insights or to learn more about our firm. Thank you.